What's up, guys, and welcome to another PES Predicts. This time round we are still in the group stages in the second round of matches this time, and the game we're looking at today is Colombia versus the Ivory Coast, or the Côte d'Ivoire, however you want to say it. I'm going to say Ivory Coast just for the sake of it being easier to say. So like I said, this is the second round of matches at the 2014 FIFA World Cup in Brazil, and we've, obviously all the first round matches are done, and yeah, these two teams, these play in group. Let's find out what group they're in. They're in Group C. So Colombia faced Greece in their first match, and the Ivory Coast faced Japan, and they did reasonably well in the matches. Ivory Coast played in what was the only 2 o'clock in the morning kickoff here in the UK. There was going to be more, but the kickoff times got changed, and that was the only one that didn't. I watched the first half of that match, and then realised I had to be up the next morning quite early, so missed the second half, but Japan were 1-0 up in that game, and the Ivory Coast came back and won their match. Colombia faced Greece as well, and I believe they won their match as well. So both these teams off to the best possible start they can get in this World Cup, both winning a game, and yeah, they now face each other, and really whoever's going to win this is more than likely going to win the group. If it ends as a draw, then it's still completely open and could be anybody's. Yeah, so like I said, both these teams have won their first games, so momentum is with sort of both teams. Something I am going to comment on: my first 2 episodes of PES Predicts in this World Cup, they weren't sort of from the World Cup sort of update in the Pro Evo 2014 game, because they released Data Pack 7 after the World Cup started. That's why those 2 episodes, they look a little bit outdated. The squads are outdated, the ball is outdated, the kits are outdated. So that's why we had Soldado playing in the Spain-Netherlands match and scoring 2 goals, yet he's not actually named in the Spanish 23-man World Cup squad at all. So that's why, it was a little bit out, and I just had to do the best I possibly could until I got the update, which I finally have, and hopefully all, unless the guys at Konami have missed a team off, which I doubt they will have, but you never know. But hopefully everything is now official for the World Cup. The teams, the kits as best they can, using the logos, the ones they can get hold of anyway due to licensing. But definitely the kit, colour and design. And the players and the 23-man squad, unless the team is unlicensed anyway. So yeah, that's Pro Evo for you. So, I've been talking for about 4 minutes now, and this game has gone into half-time with the score at 0-0. So, PES predicts that the half-time score in this game will be a draw. So, into the second half then, and Colombia have the ball, and they're just going to basically knock it forward or play it around the defence for a bit. As I said, I didn't really catch both these 2 teams' first game. I missed the Colombia-Greece game, and as I said, I only saw the first half of the Ivory Coast and Japan games. So I don't really know how well these 2 teams have played in this World Cup so far, so I can't really comment on that. And as I was talking, Colombia have scored. Baka with the goal from just inside the penalty area from a low cross from the far side. From close range, a volley, and it puts Colombia 1 goal to the good in this matchup. So 1-0 Colombia, and if the score stays as it is, then yeah, Colombia will top the group with the Ivory Coast second of the group, and Greece and Japan. Well, obviously they'll play for third place more than likely, but Japan would have already scored, so they'll probably level on goal difference with the Ivory Coast, even though the Ivory Coast would have scored more goals. Yeah, complicated. So, anyway, yeah, this game, it's not one of those. It's not really going to be a top draw game. There's not really some massive names in the two teams. There's obviously you've got the likes of Kalou, Drogba, and some others in the Ivory Coast team. And Kolo Toure is another one. Not Kolo Toure. It's the other one named Yaya Toure. And Kolo Toure, but he's not in the I don't think he's in the Ivory Coast World Cup team. But anyway, for Colombia, you've got Radamel Falcao, but again, I don't know if he was in the team. I don't know if he's in the 23-man squad. I know he didn't play against Greece. I don't know if that was through an injury or not, but that's that. So there is big names, but it's not really. It won't really be as top draw of a match as something like Brazil versus Spain would, or Germany versus the Netherlands would be. You know, those sorts of games, those big games that are either two top teams going at it or two rivals, will be bigger than this one. Not saying the talent on offer in these games won't be big. So, we're in second half stoppage time now, and as I said, the game, there you go, the final whistle has just gone. Colombia beating the Ivory Coast 1-0. PES predicts a Colombia win. There'll be more PES predicts coming in the future. So I'll see you when I see you.